Hello and welcome to this channel. My name is Richard Colton and today we're going to be discussing RAOB, Royal Antediluvian Order of Buffaloes medals, which you might have found or seen in pictures. They're called jewels, but that really isn't the reason for this, but that is the correct term. You might have seen, you may have come across one in a drawer, which you can see it in the picture, which will probably be black and white to the large part, or you may have come across it in a drawer and be saying, well, what does this mean? What is this? Well, first of all, we have one here. Now this is my great granddad's jewel, his initiation jewel. It's the only one we have, so we don't actually know much more, but we know we reached the 3rd degree. There are 4 degrees in the RAOB. The RAOB GLE, by the way, is the one we're dealing with at the moment. And this is the 1st degree jewel, which my camera is making a lot of racket while it goes and refocuses then. And you can tell it's quite distinctive with that. So if you're looking at a picture, you'd be able to see this shape here, which has a kangaroo on it. And these 2 bars, and obviously the GLE there. They do vary in design. Some of them, there's one here, has a different bar on there, which has the lodge name on. Now, on the back of here, if you have the jewel, there is the name, the lodge number, the person's name, the name of the lodge, and the lodge number, and the date when the your relative was initiated. So if you can see one of those, that's why, possibly why the photograph's been taken. Okay, and then there is the 2nd degree, which is one of these. Again, there are variations, and it's blue, but again, you'll be looking for the GLE if it's a picture. If you found it in a drawer, well, this is the 2nd degree one. They've passed the certifying council, as they call it, and now they can run a lodge, is what they can do now. There's a CP on there. Again, there's the person's name, the date that they were raised, and the lodge name and number, not in that order, but they're all on the back of there, and it can be laid out fairly, slightly differently. Now, if you're thinking, well, I can see the GLE, I can see that it's a 1st or 2nd degree possibly, but they doesn't look like either of those. My guessing is you look at if you found the jewel, particularly, that it'll have 1925. That's my supervisor, the dog. It'll have 1925, 1926, or 2027, probably the latter 2. And if you're thinking, well, how do you know that? Because you're probably looking at one of these, which is a variation. Now there are 1st degree ones as well. I couldn't find one. I have one, but I couldn't find it. Again, it has all the same information, but you can see they've changed the design on this one. I don't know why. I haven't found out yet why they did that, but it's short-lived. Now, if you've got a photograph, of course, and I have seen these being worn in a group photograph or a lodge photograph, whatever you want to call it, you would know that then that photograph can't be taken before 1925. It can be taken afterwards, but it can't be taken before, because these were short-lived. They didn't last very long, and I have no idea, but I think it's just an attempt to modernise. It clearly didn't catch on. They went back to the other. We have the 3rd degree jewel. Now we don't have my great granddad's, but we have a 3rd degree jewel here. Again, name, lodge name and number, date. Now, if you won't know whether they've got to the 4th degree, but if you could only find this one, then if you see the top bar, that has the 1st degree date, so you know when he was initiated. This one has the 2nd degree, so you know when he was raised to the 2nd degree, and then of course the 3rd degree date is on the back. So now you know all 3 with just one jewel. So that's, if you're only going to find one, and they only got this far, that's the one you want to find. Finally, we have the 4th degree jewel, and you can see again it's a distinctive shape. The last one was across, this one is this shape. Now, if they reach this one and you only have one, this is a good one to find as well, because not only is it, again, the name, the God's name and number and date on the back of this, there is, on this little bit here, there is the 1st degree date, 2nd degree date, and the 3rd degree date. So you have all the information about when your relative was raised. You wouldn't be able to see that on a photograph, obviously. You would only know that they'd got to this level. So there we are. Now, obviously they do crop up on eBay, but there are occasions when there are mysterious things like this, where somebody has decided, whether there's bones to this or not, it doesn't matter. As you can see, they put a 3rd degree ribbon on a 4th degree end. Now, this presumably is just a mismatch that somebody's they found them and put together. So, but obviously, if something happened to the original ribbon, they had this one, but they wanted to use that end, you may well end up with something like this. And there are variations, obviously, between any of these and any of these being linked together. I just thought I'd show you that. So those are the degree jewels. Now, if you're looking at a picture, you may be seeing that you might be wearing a collar. We'll in a future video we'll discuss those, what those mean. It's usually 1 or 2 different ones that they're most likely to wear, but there are 11, so we'll just go through the lot in the next video. So I hope that found that informative, and thank you very much for watching.